for ramen.
I came out with dinner, dessert, and even items to clean up. Plus, points on my loyalty card. I even transferred money and still had time to grab a little wine.
So, basically, you live there now?
Honestly, with the parking, service, and the WhatsApp updates, I might move in next week. Who else doing it like that? Massy Stores, our family serving your family and your last minute cravings.
While the New Democratic Party, the NDP, continue to represent the views of a significant number of Vincentians, the party is indeed obliged to recognize that we are now into new times. Through this radio program, the NDP hopes to keep in tune with the thinking of the populace, while offering leadership for the challenging times ahead. This program, New Times, is therefore for all Vincentians, regardless of political persuasion, to interact with the NDP in building a new team of New Democrats. Call telephone number 4565967 to interact with the party's host on this program, New Times, aired on this station, Nice Radio. From 10:30 a.m., it's New Times for a new team of New Democrats. The views expressed on this program are not those of Nice Radio.
Strive for what is right, and reason in God's sight, and a democratic right. We believe our country's future must be shaped by our own hands to ensure a strong foundation that's built on rock, not sand. The education of our children is the pride of NDP, and freedom of expression is a pledge of our gratitude. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right, and pleasing in God's sight, and a democratic right. Let us put our heads together to keep our country's name and protect our youth from danger. Proud guardians we remain. Our women and our children will uphold with our men. The kind and gentle nation and live in harmony and love. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right, and pleasing in God's sight, and a democratic right. We salute our founding members for the chance they gave to us, to provide land for the landless, be honest, kind, and just, a better life for every worker, and for those for whom they care, to build one Caribbean, our peace and justice share. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right, and pleasing in God's sight, and a democratic right. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right, and pleasing in God's sight, and a democratic right. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right, and pleasing in God's sight.
The winds of change are sweeping through the region. Change is long overdue. This is a new year. These are new times. We are the New Democratic Party. This is the New Times Program with your host. We are ready. What about you?
I've been battered, bruised and torn, but I'm still here. Some days my life was filled with fear. Oh, but I'm still here. So many times I had to fight just to stay in the right. I have failed so many times, but I'm still here. I had many disappointments, but I am still here. There were days when I thought I could not make it, Lord, but I'm still here. So many storms I had to bear, Lord, for your joy they can't compare. Storms of sickness, storms of strife, oh, but I'm still here. I've been abused and misused, but I am still here. Been persecuted and accused, oh, but I'm still here. Lord, it's such joy to know that your love had kept me so. Through the valley I had to go, but I'm still here. I'm still here to praise your name. Lord, I'm still here. You took the blame. Seems like my life was all so wrong, but your love has kept me strong amidst the gloom and despair. Lord, your love has kept me here. I cried and I cried, but I'm still here. I'm still here to praise your name. Lord, I'm still here. You took the blame. Seems like my life was so wrong. Yes, your love has kept me strong amidst the gloom and despair. Yes, your love has kept me here. I cried and I cried, but I am still here. Yes, I cried and I cried. I cried and
They say NDP is not the thing for you to rid SVG of poverty. But I say no, no, no way. Friday has the best team. If we vote for ULP again, our children's lives will be at stake because ULP don't care for us. All they want is power and authority. If we vote NDP, we'll be saving lives. So let's come together and vote NDP. Let's vote NDP. Cause together, everyone will achieve more. Let's vote NDP for progression and not segregation. Cause now is not the time for separation. But I started speaking and not manipulation. And let's vote NDP. Vote NDP for a better SVG. Vincentians, our role is important because NDP can't do it alone. Friday and his team ahead. Don't be afraid to vote. Let's join hands to create a nation. We don't have to be against each other. So let's give NDP the support they need. Be it country, tongue or grenadines. If we choose them now, our future won't crumble. So let's be a team and vote NDP.
Oh yeah, gotta vote NDP.
Cause together, everyone will achieve more. Let's vote NDP for progression and not segregation. Cause now is not the time for separation. But I started speaking and not manipulation. And let's vote NDP. Vote NDP for a better SVG.
Oh yeah, one people, one country, one SVG. That's what you will get under the New Democratic Party.
Let's show ULP that unity is the strength. And with NDP, we are making change. They have the plans we need for growth and sustainability. They reduce unemployment among us all and decrease our VAT too. It will be timely, but yet effective, cause they are appreciating sanctions. They will be innovative and be less fidgety. So let's plan together with NDP. Let's vote NDP, cause together everyone will achieve more. Let's vote NDP for progression and no segregation. Cause now is not the time for separation. But I silent speaking and manipulation. And let's vote NDP. Vote NDP for a better SVG. Every vote is important, but every Vincentian is more important. So Vincentians, come together and choose Friday and his team to get SVG working again.
Oh yes, you got to come together and choose Friday and his team to get SVG working again. Let me say a pleasant good morning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and let me welcome you to another edition of the Newtimes Program for today, the 18th day of September in the year of our Lord, 2025. My name is Igal Adams, and I'll be the host for today's program. Let me remind you that the Newtimes Program is a politically sponsored program. It is sponsored by the New Democratic Party of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the oldest, most loved, and it's the party that the majority of persons support in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is also the only political party in this country that has outlived its founding fathers. Our leader and president at this time is none other than the 5 times elected representative of the Northern Grenadines, Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday. Before we go any further, we'll have a reading from the Bible. I'm reading from Isaiah chapter 1, reading verses 16 and 17. Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow. And this is the word of the Lord. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and hearing of his word. And this morning, I'm just going to say a prayer before we get into the program. So wherever you are, you can bow your heads with me wherever you are. If you're driving, well, you just have to listen. And we're going to just seek the Lord in prayer. Eternal and most ever-loving Father, we truly want to give you praise and thanks for being the God you are, and we thank you for granting us life, health, and strength so that we can be going about our daily duty. We pray in a very special way that you may grace our country with your presence today. There are many things happening, and very soon there will be a major decision for people to make in terms of moving this country forward. We pray in a very special way that you may take full control of the country, full control of the minds of the people. And the decision to move St. Vincent forward, we know and believe, will come by the people voting for a change. We pray that you may so instill in their minds that change is a necessary thing. Change is something that is very important for the society to continue and for it to grow. And we pray that as the people go to the polls to make that decision, they will vote overwhelmingly for a change so that we can have a better form of government in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We pray that you may bless the people of this country, those who are living at home and those who are living abroad. We pray that you may help us all to walk for that change. Be with me today, be with those who will be in the studio with me in a short while. We pray that you may bless them, and whatever we say or do, help that it will go out to the people and they will be able to understand. Take full control of us now, be with our leaders, bless them and keep them. And we pray that heaven's blessings will continue to be on this country. In Jesus' name, amen. Yes, so that's our prayer for this morning. I just want to say a pleasant good morning to our president and leader and his family, Dr. Godwin Friday, and to our past president and leader and past prime minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Brother Ndp Eustace, and family, to all of our parliamentarians and their families, our past parliamentarians and their families, all of our candidates for the next general elections and their families, our executive members and their families, our chairpersons and their families. We want to say a pleasant good morning to you all, and we trust that everything will be well with you today. And for all of our past candidates and caretakers of constituencies and their families, it's a pleasant good morning to you. And to all of our supporters at home and abroad, we say a pleasant good morning to you, and we trust that everything will walk in your favor today by the grace of the Lord. So we just also want to say good morning to persons who are not Vincentians who might be tuning into this program at this time. We pray that you may be blessed today, and we trust that in your neck of the woods, you are having a wonderful time. We have lovely weddings in Vincent today, so we trust that you have the same type of weather going on. So let me just bring some information, some announcements to you. Residents of South Central Windward SVG in the BVI. That's people from South Central Windward who are in the BVI, British Virgin Islands. You're urged to attend a crucial meeting with Senator Israel Bruce. You can join him downstairs of the Harbour View restaurant, conveniently located next to Honorable Marlon Penn's office in Easttown, Tortola. Mark your calendar for today, September 18th at 7:30 p.m. Your voice matter. So that is for all people from South Central Windward who are in the BVI. Yes, you're invited to this meeting with Senator Israel Bruce. It is downstairs of the Harbour View restaurant, which is conveniently located next to the Honorable Marlon Penn's office in East End, Tortola. So the time is 7:30 p.m. That's this evening. So all of you from South Central Windward who are down in the BVI, you can just come out there, be with Brother Bruce. Your voice matter, so you can come speak with him, share your views, share your voice, and be a part of this meeting this evening. That is 7:30 in the BVI in Road Town, East End, Tortola. So you got to come on out and be a part of that. Now we have our meeting tonight, and that will be in the village of in the Maricopa constituency with our candidate, Brother Philip Jackson. So it's gonna be up in that area in the Maricopa district in Mount Pleasant. Yeah, that's where the meeting will be, over there in Mount Pleasant. So we're inviting you out tonight, and the meeting will begin at around 7:30. So you got to come on out here from Brother Philip Jackson, the candidate for the Maricopa constituency. You will also hear people like Conroy Huggins, who will be speaking there tonight as well, Andrew John, and the leader of the New Democratic Party, and a few other speakers will be on tonight. So you can't afford to miss it. The people of Mount Pleasant and the people in the Maricopa area, you got to come on out. Remember, you got to join the NDP. Wherever they go, you follow the NDP, because the NDP is the party of change. The NDP is the party that will be bringing the plans to develop St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so that you need to know about them. So you got to follow, be a part with the NDP, follow the NDP around, and when they come to go to the polls, look for the key and vote next to the key. It is the symbol of the New Democratic Party, and make sure that you elect the New Democratic Party to govern St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And then Friday evening, same time, it will be the town of North Central Windward up in the Chile area. Yeah, Brother Chieftain Neptune and the rest of the NDP team will be there. And you will hear from people like Chieftain Neptune, people like Chevron John. Yes, you will hear from all those folks, the leadership of the New Democratic Party, and a few other speakers will be there as well. So you got to come on out, people of Chile and people of North Central Windward. You got to come on out and be a part of the action. So just come on out and make sure you're there. Make sure you follow the NDP around and be a part of all the action. Last night we were in Brighton. We had a very good meeting there in Brighton. The speakers were unsung. They were all on point, and the message was very clear. Yes, and it was a very good time. We had a very good time out there last evening, and I'm looking forward to the meeting this evening and the others that are coming on for the rest of the week. So you just keep on listening, and as you keep on listening, you'll realize and understand that the New Democratic Party is the party for change. The New Democratic Party is the party of development, because it was the New Democratic Party who really took St. Vincent and the Grenadines and bring some development, meaningful development to the country and to the people of the country. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times.
Good morning to you, my brother.
Hey, bro. Good morning. What's up?
You see that last one you just said there? The New Democratic Party is the party that has really bring development to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, meaningful development.
Meaningful development, and that is a fact. This morning, the reason I call in sorry, because I do not want to interfere with the those who are going to deal with the program today, because they are the ones who have to get the message out there. They are the ones who are going before the electorate. So if they come in, I will have to make room for them. But here this but I just wanted to have enough time to see what they have to say.
Well, one already in the studio.
Well, good morning to them.
So, no, they're not sitting yet, but they're already around.
Good morning to them. Well,
yeah.
Good morning to whoever they are. But here this this morning was Revelation morning on radio.
Okay.
Here why? And I laugh until I say, Brother Oliver, I hope you are listening. You don't have no need to be worried on the Southern Grenadines. Because this morning, I heard a lady calling and was saying that the Well, they just call him Prime Minister. Must got a script prepared to give to Chevron because Chevron will embarrass him. Trust me, that was said on radio this morning. I couldn't laugh more harder in all my life, my brother. That is what the lady called and said. He must the man that just called Prime Minister must prepare a script to give to Chevron for her to read because she will embarrass him. And then the other one, this is the real one, because this is the one that I'm going to elaborate a lot on Saturday, but I want to introduce it now. And this is when I heard Lanford Weeks, and because Lanford, when I say my friend, with a friend, but Lanford always say, is a particular word he use that bigger business is astute business. Some kind of thing like that. But he always admire the way I does business.
Okay.
He's a bigger business, natural businessman. But he didn't say that this morning. He was saying that this issue that is now rising with this, well, let me just put and say Ralph. You know what I mean? Is wanted to take away back land from those people in Kanawan. My brother, I start to deal with it since Monday because when I heard it, and then they was having the program, I decided, you know what? I must call in today. Say I will deal with it on the Newtimes program when Colin is on. But so I got the opportunity to deal with it on the radio program that they were having. Because Kenton calling and let Vincentia know. And this is what I don't want with Vincentia know. Why we don't think, you know? My brother, those lands in Kenawan will never last. Those lands, you know? That 600 acres of land will never last that 600 acres of land, you know? Those lands always in the position of Vincentia. 99 years, yes. But here what? My brother, for you to understand where I'm going with the argument that I'm going to make this morning, let me go back. Let me go right in Kingston, where you know well. In your constituency, where Flo has the head office. Flo head office, Igal. And that is one of the things I know that Flo James make also too, and we are benefiting heavily from it now. That piece of land where Flo building is now, how much Vincentia knew this? That was a vacant piece of land. Flo came and wanted to build a head office and approached Sir James and the NDP government for that piece of land. My brother, Sir James made the land available to them because Sir James wasn't going to build an office to nobody. Sir James made the land available to them and they developed the land itself. I think it's either 20-something or 30-something years Sir James would have given them in a lease. They built a magnificent head office where Flo is right now we're talking about, at Flo head office. 22,000 was the amount a month they had settled for over the 20-something or 30 years period.
You say $2,200 a month.
$2,000 a month was the rental fee.
Right, the lease fee.
The lease.
That is just a small portion of land in comparison to the nearly 60 acres of land that they lease out in North Leeward.
You wait until the conversation. Wait until I finish now. That went on for about 30 years, or 20-something years. You know who really benefit from it? Because here what? You have to come back to the drawing board. And this is the kind of, and that really always say, he needs more businessmen in government with him. Because he realized that sometimes you have to have a business sense to understand. Now the lease has matured and they had also go and renegotiate.
Because anytime your lease run out, if you want back the place, you have to go and renew your lease.
But this time it will get a whole half of a different color now. Because you know why? There's a massive building there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know how much Ralph is collecting for the rent for that place right now?
Tell Vincent.
Over 60-something thousand a month for the rent there. No cars are stimmings a penny to build that building. You know, cars we have penny to build it, but the 60-something thousand we collecting right now. Ask Major. Major, those guys are properly informed. Ask them if I'm lying. Ask your representative Major if I'm lying. 60-something, 200 right now. But the sad part, the benefit don't come to us. Because I think the money is going straight to NIS to pay off loan that we borrow from NIS. So NIS people getting that 60-something, 200 a month, my brother. From so, for rent for that place there. The only thing we got to show, we have to show from this. Well, let me see. People know what I'm calling. I don't know the I word I'm calling already, but I wouldn't say. But for me, I would deal with it. I would call him like that Saturday. I don't cancel one to vex. That is what I would see him as. You know what is happening right now, my brother? We now are losing serious revenue as a people because of that. The only thing we have to show when they hear this man leave us is the hook in our gill. Let me go on to Kenawa now. And this is the part that I love how, and I hope NDP get a copy of that clip from Lansford Weeks this morning and the program that he just have, and boom. Because here it is. Because I don't decide I was going to do this. So Lansford had no choice but to come out and say it. And he said that he never chastised Sir James for making that move in Kenawan. You know, why nobody with common sense couldn't chastise Sir James and the NDP? Because hey what? That 600 acres of land that Sir James would have given out at $16 a year was just so to make sure that to show the whosoever there that the land is belonging to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, it wasn't sold. It was leased out to them. That land
Sir James gave out has made available to those people was forest and mosquito place. Mosquito infested. So James decided to do this almost the same thing like what he did with the flow land. Now, my brother, this is the kicker now. The place has been developed now. Certain part of it, not the whole thing, certain part of it has been developed. You know how much the property could sell for now? Because they want to take back and I'm just hoping that somebody could put me onto the guy, because I would encourage them every day to use whatever money they got and put one lawsuit to meet this government here. Trust me. My brother, here going on. So when those leases run out, we wouldn't be going back to the table. And it's the same thing I'm doing with Land right now, I have taken up the same approach of Sir James and do the same thing with Land that my father left for me to. I will give you a place, I will give you time to go and build. Develop it, because 99 years later, I hope 20 or 40 years later, you come back. We have to go back to the negotiating table with who is alive. It might not be me alive, but my great-grandchild might be alive. They may have to go back to the table with when we negotiate. You're not going to renegotiate with the house part anymore now. You're going to renegotiate with the house part and what has been built there now. So you see that? So right now, just for the marine and all that kind of place there, going what billions of dollars already, when the people are not developed already. You think they're going back to the table to negotiate any kind of small, any kind of change now? You're talking real negotiation now. And then I tell Vincent, as Margaret Adala said to my sister Margaret Adala, Sir James' name don't need no defending. All it needs is somebody who could understand and come out and bring the truth out here. And I beg, will continue to fight to clear my name and Sir James' name. That's the reason why I'm loving the weeks what he said is mine. But the only thing that he said to the end of the program that I'm a little bit disappointed in him for is that he said like this: Vincent and his was calling for the land to be taken back from the developers. But he bet and he knows that when the move is made to take it back now, they are not going to stand with the side of the government. But who that right sense? Because when I don't educate Vincent and going forward from here on now, that's what you could what I'm giving here is a piece of my program and Saturday, When I start to educate Vincent and going forward now, it is a nest egg for James that leave the for us. It is a nest egg, my brother, a nest egg that will mature and give us serious benefit down the road. Me not going to see it, you not going to see it, my children are going to see it, maybe my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren who are going to see it. But the beauty about it, they got something to go on. What we're going to leave give us is the hook in the gale. That is what's going to leave there for us.
And that is true, and we could do well without any hook right now.
Exactly. So I'm telling you, I am going to deal with this man here. I tell you, I taking this man head on, and I'm going to use Sir James and Sir James name and beat him until he got off it. Because I know Sir James did some wonderful things for St. Vincent. Now, down there has been developed now. The mosquito-infested place has been developed now. And what billions now you're talking about the investment that are there. But you are going to take away man land, take away people land. But the people must sue with that. Trust me, I'm going to support them to sue the government of St. Vincent and Grenadines and teach Ralph. Anyhow, you don't go anyhow.
Well, that's why I'm going to tell you. You wouldn't be teaching Ralph a lesson. Any negotiations that have to be with Friday, because in the next 2 months, Ralph will be history in terms of Prime Minister of the country.
Thank you, my brother. So I'm happy that you give me that bit of time that I could start to expand now. So prepare Vincent and prepare to hear me. Hear the bigger answer today, using Sir James and the NDP and beat Ralph to pieces because of the same kind of one thing down there. Till I was waiting on him. Oh, and I go, you're going to talk about Sir James sell land. I personally believe, I have not really documented yet, but I need to get a copy of it. Any kind of instruction that Sir James would have given that you could sell land after one place there has to be in accordance to the agreement Sir James would have put inside it. You could sell land in accordance to the accordance of the agreement. And not the agreement of a constitution where you hold your own land freehold. According to the constitution, it will be according to what was inside the document there. You could sell land. So one of these days, when the 99 years lease is up, we could just step back everything. Come and negotiate with us now. Start a whole new negotiation now. For a city in Kenya and not a price and a patch and a pasha and a mosquito infested places. I could bet you that is what is in the document list. And no lawyer and trust that unless a lawyer could come and show me and from where it is said apparently, then I believe that. He saw James even sit and sell land or to sell land in accordance to the document. And so one of these days, all those properties will come back first. But they must hold Ralph and just in by some in this place here and go on me brother. So Dr. Friday, stand strong because they got a fight on the hand to deal with. We can run goes on.
Okay, bro.
Love you every time I go. Love you every time I go.
Thank you very much. You don't know. All the best, bro.
The only thing you can't hear me, you can't me play shots Friday after today.
No, you don't know. You don't know.
Just something as I present the case to the Vincent John Public on Saturday.
Okay.
Just take care, my brother. Take care. I have to fight. I will take Ralph on. Head on, me tell you, brother. I am back in on Wednesday. Have a wonderful morning. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. God bless. All right, I think, let me see. I think I have somebody else on the line. Welcome to New Times.
Yes, good morning, Michael.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
Not too bad, I just let me reach out to you. Something is bothering me, and it's bothering me a lot because I don't hear no Vincent is speaking out enough about it. Is the police will stab up the young lady, and now they give him bail. He should have never had get bail. Well, and I don't. It should have been a protest. It should have been a protest about that.
Hold on. The way the law worked in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he would have get bail. Okay, yeah. Bail carries certain restrictions and stipulation. In his case, I didn't see the thing to know what restrictions they put on him with the bail, because sometimes they will put that you have to appear before the court at certain time, you have to be restricted from any contact with the person and so on. I don't know. I didn't look at the thing, so I don't know. But since the person didn't die and they're not in the hospital, the person will be eligible for bail. That's how the law operates.
What kind of protection the young lady get?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I did not see the...
Well,
I didn't see the thing, so I don't know.
I wasn't saying you particularly, but I figure Vincentian ladies, the woman of St. Vincent, they should have come out more forcefully and that.
Not only
women,
men
too.
Been
utilizing all the time in St. Vincent.
Men too, but protesting St. Vincent, I don't know. People seem like they don't do. They may speak out like on social media and so on, but In terms
I
of
think
the
they're scared of the
physical
leader.
protest, well,
They're
no.
scared of the leader because the leader like you want to crush
Watch me.
them.
Anybody who afraid of Ralph right now, I ain't have much respect for them. Ralph ain't nobody for nobody to be afraid of when you come to protest right now. Serious talking.
Yeah.
This man is on his way out. If people want to protest, they go and protest. But we condemn the violence against women and any violence in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are not a party who promotes that. We condemn any form of violence. But in terms of the bail, that is the natural thing with the law here in St. Vincent. So certain things we will have to stick with, certain things we could protest about, but there are certain things legally that we can't really change just so. So we have to.
But I like to hear more people speak out about it too.
Yeah,
I don't think
people speaking
out enough.
I don't.
And at least a bunch of ladies should be on the street at least making some kind of protest.
Well, okay.
Regardless of what it is, it's too much happening in St. Vincent against ladies, against women and child.
Too much.
Too much abuse.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome, bro. All right.
Okay, my brother. You have a wonderful
continue
program. Wonderful program.
All right.
Always love to hear you on the radio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, my brother.
Yes, well, in the studio this morning, I have with me our candidate and next representative for the constituency of Central Leeward, Brother Conroy Huggins. But before I bring him in, I'm going to take this call, and after that, I'll hold the calls, and I'll bring him right in. Welcome to New Times.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I'm calling from Sandy.
Okay. Welcome in the house.
Welcome. Now, I understand that when you open the wharf today, the port today.
Wait, in town?
In town?
Nah, I have no understanding of that at all.
Yeah, they say it will be from 2 o'clock this afternoon.
I think maybe part of the port or some buildings they hand over something.
Something like that. But I worried and wonder if them structure the guarantee. But anyhow,
time will tell.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for that, and I go on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, time will tell, but no opening of anything, no closing of anything, no taking back of anything will be helping the Unity Labour Party in these upcoming elections. The people have seen enough of them. They have seen the way they have destroyed the livelihood of the Vincentian public. They have seen the way they have enriched themselves and impoverished the country. They have seen the corruption that is in governance in this country. They have seen the lack of empathy from the ruling party in this country and the way they have squandered the scarce resources of this country. And the people are fed up and they're ready to take them out of office. They're ready for a change. And one of the persons who will bring a change in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and especially in Central Leeward, is the next representative for Central Leeward after the upcoming general election, Brother Conroy Mix Huggins. Brother Huggins, welcome to another Thursday edition of the program. I know your people are tuned in. I know some of them queued up already, but it's your time now. I see you ain't have your partner yet, but I know your partner gonna come in a while.
Yes, and I haven't heard from her yet also. All right, so good morning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning to you, Brother Eigel. Always a pleasure to be on the program on a Thursday and having you on with us today. Before I go into what I would want to address today, I would just like to read a portion of scripture, just in keeping with the way you started. 2 Chronicles 7:14. It says, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. And the times in which we are living, it's a time where we need prayer. It's a time where we need the Most High One. And it's a time when we need that guidance as we seek change in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I just want to make this appeal for the righteous remnant in this nation to be in prayer for our nation, be in prayer for our leaders, be in prayer against the levels of crime and the heinous crimes being committed, as was just recently discussed there. The situation with the young lady and a young police officer is really unfortunate.
Very.
And from all indications from the articles written, it's attempted murder, indicating that he went to kill her.
To kill.
And it was breaking, it was, unlawful entry and all of that. So it's a serious offense, but as you rightly said to the person who called, legally and under our laws, the person is still entitled to bail. And I know some people may not understand that and some
True.
people may not appreciate it, but it is the way in which the legal system works. So I'm happy that you responded the way you did, because that is exactly what a lawyer indicated to me last night.
Yeah, well, I've been around here for a while, even though I'm not a lawyer and those things, but I've been around here for a while and they sort follow a lot of stuff and I have a lot of knowledge on certain things. So I know the way those things work. What I would love to see is justice being done in a speedy manner. If a crime is committed and you already go on the scene, you gather information and you lay a charge, whatever, and bring the matter to court so that it could be decided. That sometimes is the thing that frustrates a lot of people. Sometimes something happened, but it takes so long before it could be dealt with. And that is the part that sometimes really get to people.
And that is a result of the lawyers using the system itself against itself. But I mean, that being the case, we get into things for today. Good morning to all my people in Central Leeward. I want to say a special good morning to my team Huggins, Team Central Leeward, and for the great work that you have been doing over the past year. It's actually a year already.
It's true. Since September.
Since yes, I was announced. Today's the 18th.
18th, yeah.
So I was elected on the 5th, and I think Dr. Shallow was elected on the 18th. And from there on, the boss man had got hot up, and up to today he can't really catch himself. So we have to keep that pressure on, and we have to keep pushing. So good morning to persons in Central Leeward. Yesterday was in Walilabo. So to all my people in Walilabo, good morning. I met some nice persons also, what I had, ULP supporters, but, in Baga, it's one love.
Oh, yeah.
And, some people say, well, mix not yourself, you get a personal vote. So for those persons in Walilabo, just want to say to you, good morning. I know you're listening on. I know my brethren, the key man, that's Spready, Ronaldo Saint. He's probably in the mountains, he's probably home. Good morning to you.
Probably have a key with him too.
You always have a key where you go, yeah. So, but I know he's locked in. And to all the guys in Walilabo, good morning to you. Curtains Hill, Barley, all of Barley. Was in Butland Glass this week too. Went to City Road, and the people are really, really frustrated. They thought they were really gonna complete the road, but they are still with the helter skelter going on. What they have done basically is a kind of not even a quick fix, but just something to keep the people off the dirt.
Yeah,
they put it that way. But that is still a work in progress. But at least it's a bit better than what it used to be. To the people in Glebe Hill, 3 Acres, Reversion, Pierre Hughes, all over the place. Jimerson, Peters Hope, Mountwin, Layu, all of Layu Bookament. Good morning to you. I know my brethren Woody and all those guys in Boots and all the guys in Layu are locked in. Good morning to you all. My sisterins, everybody locked in. Good morning to you.
I saw a boat down in North Leo the other night.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was there in Fitzhughes. And you know Boots being Boots.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you can't see Boots without hear Boots.
you know.
Yeah. So also to the past reps and candidates of Central Leeward, I always like to extend good morning to them. Honorable Sir Herbert Young, for the time he served, and the people are still so impressed and impacted by his delivery within the 10-year period that he served the constituency. Our dear brother Noel Hull, more senior now, and still going, but not as agile as before.
True.
Good morning to you, brother Hull. I know you're listening in, and also to our dear brother Ben Exeter, who is a part of my team, and both him and his wife, they're giving great support in different ways to the campaign right now, and the work on the ground, and the election preparedness and so forth. So we have a good thing going on essentially. We just want to thank them, and to all the persons who served the NDP in the past, especially during those 17 years.
Yes, true.
We are aware that your service, that service that you give have helped to fashion us and build us and have us where we are, whether it's education, whether it's road infrastructure, whether it is jetty and seaports, whether it is ports, container ports and so forth, you name it. Schools, constructions of school, government buildings, the NDP administration has led the way and really cemented a firm foundation for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I would like to say, though, that for me coming in here, it is literally to continue the work from Sir Herbert Young, which, he missed out from 94. And for 31 years, well, 31 years they have had it. But for the last 25 years, we have been so neglected and abandoned. And a lot of that work, which was done in that period of time of Sir Herbert Young, we are gonna pick up from there, and we're gonna take things forward. So my mission here is to continue the great work that he has done. We have had 25 years of being on pause, and now the play button, as soon as elections are called, the play button will be pressed, and we will be back to getting things going in Central Leeward again. Brother Michael, on a sad note, I have to announce some recent deaths in the constituency, and they're all in Barley. And the one that hit me hardest was the death of a young friend of mine. We grew up together in church. Her mom and I are very, very good friends. Her mom was a mom to me. And I speak of a dear sister, Cassia Solomon, just at the age of about 45, 46. She lost her life coming up on from the Grenadines last weekend, Saturday morning thereabout. And
she had an accident, or she just died?
Well, she was ill, it seems, and was rushed to the hospital in Union Island.
Right. So they were sending up to
St. Vincent, and she eventually passed. Her mom, Sharon Solomon, want to extend deepest condolences to her. Her mom has been a mom to me. Cassia has been a sister to me, and we have been, very close friends throughout our church life. We grew up barely at the Barley Evangelical Church, and during that period of time in the 90s, the youth group was very active. At one point, I was the vice president, and then the president. So
and those youth groups used to be real active.
Very active, and had a lot of fun together and so forth. So extend condolences to her mom, Extend condolences to her mom, Sharon Solomon, her siblings, Alex Ogaro, as a brother we call Bix. He was a national footballer, played left back in the national team back in the 90s, was my schoolmate, made the St. Vincent national team, I think about the age of 15 or 16, while we played on the school team then. Condolences to you, my brother, to the other brothers, Ricky and Raul and Lucia overseas. Deepest condolences to you also. Yesterday, we also had death of someone in Barley, again, Cassius from Glebe Hill. And yesterday we lost Sharon Charles from 3 Acres. That's in Barley also. So to the family, relatives of Sharon Charles, I extend deepest condolences on behalf of myself and our constituency group there in Central Leeward. Was just informed also of the death of brother Alfonso Dixon from Curtains Hill, famous footballer back in the day. He passed away, I think, this morning in the US. So I want to extend condolences to his relatives in Curtains Hill also. And they also, family also, extend condolences to them. Also, I want to extend condolences to Daphne Poyer. She lost her husband, Elmo Poyer, very good friend also. All grew up in church, Barley Evangelical Church, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he will be buried this Sunday. And the service will be at the Barley Evangelical Church. So I will definitely be there. So deepest condolences to you, Sister Daphne Poyer. I guess you might be on listening to me at this time. To the children, Terry, Devon, Elron, all the children, grandchildren, deepest condolences to you, other relatives, families, and friends. Deepest condolences. Igel, we're in 2025.
Oh, yeah.
And 2025 is basically the time when the thing turn up.
Definitely.
And from the NDP standpoint, we are just ready to take governance and lead this nation into a brighter, prosperous future.
Yes.
Coming after this elections. We recognize that the fella is going helter-skelter, and they're basically scared. From what I've been advised, their polls from since last year up to this year, all of their polls are negative and stark against them.
Yes.
But one of the things that I also heard, I was advised that the biggest problem they have is the turnaround in Central Leeward.
I wouldn't doubt that.
That is what I was advised, because apparently, according to the data, it was the seat in which they did best.
It was obvious.
I mean, even the great Sahal, not Sahal, the great Louis Straker, didn't reach a 500.
I know, margin. Yeah, a victory.
And some people may question things and whatever. But I mean, it is there statistically. And for now, that to be something that is in the red. And good for them, because they like to be in the red. So that right now is in the red, and it's really it's really a big problem for them right now. But this election, Brother Igel, St. Vincent deserve better.
Oh yeah.
And as Major would say, the audits. This election is the time for the audits of all audits. And whether it is the vaccine mandate, people being, unceremoniously dismissed, people suffering as a result of volcanic eruptions, the different disasters, burial, and so on and so forth, because they assume that you're a supporter of the NDP, that you have to suffer and die, and then you do not get the requisite support from the state resource, from taxpayers. you know, whatever it is.
Yes, lack of medication in the hospital.
Lack of medication in the
all it
hospital. I
is.
mean, you know, the bottom line about it is that this administration in 25 years has proven itself to be the most uncaring administration ever
in the history
in the
of the
history of this
country.
country. When you look at the neglect throughout the country, and now that we have been addressing more and more of these issues, they go in wrong helter skelter in every constituency, even those that they have held over the years, they have actually neglected
them. Yeah.
And if you listen to the clip that went around with the young lady from Southern Grenadines, Siobhan Stewart, I mean, when I listened to it, I was really embarrassed. Honestly, I was embarrassed. From an intellectual standpoint, I was embarrassed. I was actually embarrassed for her. Because what she said was so nonsensical that I realized, okay, I mean, maybe that is her reality, and maybe that is the levels which she's at.
Yeah.
Because she's saying that, they have the seat. Well, NDP has the seat, they have government, but in 25 years, nothing could be done because the caretaker, which is in government, does not sit in cabinet, and as a result, he can't do anything. So they need to put her into cabinet
so she can do something,
I mean,
which don't really make any sense.
That's what I said.
If your government is in
you
office,
have resources,
even if you're not in cabinet, your party meets with the people in the party all the time,
and you should be addressing.
So
the
you're
needs.
supposed to address the needs of the area. So
that to me shows how uncaring they have been, and to me it was a direct message. And now we are seeing more and more it's throughout the whole constituency. That is how. And what is sad though, even the
throughout
seats that
the whole country,
even the seats that they actually hold on to, they actually have them in the same way. Brother Fitz and others could call and expand. I mean, more and more. The seats in the windward side, you could highlight,
I think they took those people for granted because they've been winning those seats all the time, and they figured they could just neglect them as usual. Near to an election, they just give them something and they will come back and vote for them. But I think this time now it's catching up with them.
And that is exactly what happened in Central Leeward. That is exactly the situation. Because I was actually advised that their position was, we don't need to do much in Central Leeward. I mean, at the end of the day, the people down there, they're not really up to standard.
They will just come and vote.
They will come and vote because we will just give them sufficient for them to come back. And that is exactly what the poverty assessment report of 2018 said. We have the highest levels of poverty in the entire country. And they now actually seem to have weaponized it to stay, well, okay, we know exactly where poverty is highest and we will treat them accordingly. And that is what they have been doing. So they are looking for that to be the way to retain Central Leeward. But the people in Central Leeward are saying, we're going to take what you bring because it is the taxpayers' resource. It's our resource, right? Some of what they are doing could clearly be looked at as illegal because it is only 6 months into a general election that 3 to 6 months into a general election, you will see that they bring in, massive amounts of materials to give out
to people, and in some cases money.
Well,
they're giving money
in plenty cases.
Some they're supposed to be for farmers, they say, but from my information, it's farmers and no farmers' names are going down in certain constituencies, and they're getting the money whether or not they're farmers.
Exactly, and to see that it's 25 years you're in government, and you cannot run the 2025 elections on your record. So you're basically saying you do not have a track record to depend on or to even defend you. And as a result, Brother Eigel, the NDP as the only alternative with a team, experience, youth, vigor, vision for the future, with the plans to take St. Vincent forward, with the plans to grow the economy, with the plans to expand the economy. The 4 pillars for economic development, the 5 priorities, I mean, they are intact. And I'll just like to just run them in a summary so that we understand the things that we are talking about here. The NDP is people-centered.
Yes.
When you look at the 17 years of the NDP, 84 to 2001, and those clips that are circulating on social media, you see where Sir James, well, even before I go to Sir James, where John Hahn in 96 presenting the 97 budget,
Yeah.
talked
He was
about
Minister of Education.
as Minister of Education, talked about the revolution in education in 10 years of the NDP government and the continuation of that education revolution stated by Honorable John Hahn, right? And that was as a result of the reforms that were done during that period of time.
True.
I mean, I was in primary school, in the latter part, went into secondary school. I was a beneficiary of that state of education. And the thing about it, during that period of time, and it was part of the reform. When you hear it, they try to talk about half the school. That was done because schools were being fixed. Because the Labour government, I mean,
didn't do this
exactly. And keep in mind, we did not too long come out from that colonial era, having gained independence in 79.
So in order to allow the children to come to school, they had to put the school on a shift system.
That is what it was.
Otherwise, you would have had to shut the school, fix them, and then bring the children out, which didn't make much sense in a modern world.
And that shows plan, it shows care. I experienced that. And it wasn't for very long.
No.
Right? The Barley, which is now the Barley Government School, it was then the Barley Infant School, which was a wooden building.
Right.
Was built during that period of time. And we have now the Barley Government School, which now, they would try to give the impression that it's something that they did. The only thing they did recently was paint it over.
Because
and
they met it there.
They put a hard coat. It was already there, right? And so many other schools were developed, refurbished, expanded, and so forth during that period of time. You heard John Hunt talked about trained teachers in the system move from
20%,
25% to 55, 60%. And you're talking about within the first 10 years.
Well, 8, because that was 96 and it's 84, 84 NDP came to office. So you didn't even have 10 years yet.
And if you want to measure that now up to 2017, it was much higher.
Of course.
Right? But this guy come in and try to give the impression that nothing was ever done and whatever. But I mean, we gone past all of that. So with the NDP's plans for economic development, what we are saying, I want people to get this clearly. For those of you who they are trying to tell you your jobs are going to be threatened by the NDP and they're going to kick you out of work, no, Dr. Friday has made that extremely clear. And we have discussed that, and we are pretty clear on that. The focus is to expand the economy, put the economy to work, right? And what do we mean by that? Agriculture, we're going to restore agriculture, revitalize agriculture, reenact agriculture to what it used to be and expand it using the niche opportunities, right? We know we're not going back to monocrop banana. True. We know that. We know we are not going back to monocrop sugarcane. We know that. But we have the requisite personnel within our team. And not only that, the trained people are already in the ministries. A lot of them were trained with me.
And that is why it is so sad that nothing is happening. It is simply because the wrong government, the wrong Minister of Agriculture is in place, so the people who are trained cannot.
You are so right, Brother Eigel, because even with the technical decisions, the present minister makes those calls.
Yeah.
And it is really sad. So agriculture will be restored. Lands are going to be available. And I want to reiterate that yesterday, I was in Leyu, in Barley. I was in Palmis yesterday, going up into Bellwood with a gentleman. And I was telling him that this road, leads right back into Vermont.
Okay.
And it's something that Brother Nature and I have already talked about. We have already discussed that it's gonna be one of those. Well, we're gonna be fixing all the
mountain roads,
the farm
feeder
roads, the feeder
yeah.
roads. But this one, linking Layu to Vermont, is one of those priorities, because what that is gonna do is gonna open up the farmlands, because we're gonna need, lands for the plans that we have for
Yeah, definitely.
improve and increased agricultural production. That road right now, I mean, is in a total mess. Since I've been talking about it, they're trying to do something, but they just are like about a handful of persons there just to give them a work for their votes for election, but nothing significant. We're going to be doing that, and that is going to open up more opportunities here. The same thing we will do in Bella is going into an era up in Belize Mountains, Johnsons, and those areas. The roads are already existing, but all they need now is the clearance, and we'll have to pitch some of them. Some of them we'll have to redo. Same thing we'll have to do in Convent, in Hermitage, in Spring Village Mountains. All of those lands now are no longer accessible. Why? Because the roads have been totally eroded and have been left abandoned. The same thing in Chateaubriand. Well, don't talk about the countryside. Basically the same thing. So when we bring that comprehensive farm road program into effect, we're going to be able to access more land.
True.
So increasing agricultural production for us is going to be a 1 to 3.
Yeah.
And we know the technical people who will, work out the details and so forth. That is a 1 to 3, right? So we are aware of that. In terms of fisheries and the blue economy, right now they don't even have the office of fisheries to even go into, because it is totally mole infested. Right? That is how backward this administration has been, right? And how uncaring they have been. So the fisheries officers are now housed up at the Ministry of Agriculture, which doesn't have space, and they're all cramped up. With the NDP in office, that would not happen. Right? And with fisheries, we are looking, and we have already discussed all of this, also for agriculture, implementing the National Development Bank.
Sure enough.
Which will provide the funding, the seed funding, the capital for farmers, fishers, and also
small
the persons,
business people and so on.
And the creative industries, creative arts and so forth.
Yeah.
And also persons getting into tourism will also benefit from the National Development Bank. Because once you're going to be doing any forms of business to help build the economy, as Baker Biggs was saying this morning, you cannot build the economy without the private sector.
But how you can?
Government can't employ everybody, right?
No.
So when we talk about expanding the economy, these are the things that we are looking at. And when the 4 pillars were presented, they were not just picked out from thin air.
True.
They were well thought out. And the issue with that, and the point that I need to make with that, is that the 4 pillars are built on the people.
Yeah.
Our knowledge, our resource, the human resource, we already have it.
Yes.
The human capital is already here. The lands are here.
Oh, yeah.
So we just put ourselves to work. That's all. The ocean is there. We have more sea space, ocean space, than we have land space. So, and keep in mind that the blue economy is a $500 million potential that we have there to harness. So think about it. Expanding the economy is not rocket science.
True.
We have the resources and we have the people. It's here, right? When we go now to, that will also include yachting and all the other aspects and so forth.
Bring in also the shipyard and so on.
Well, that is also a priority for refurbishment.
Yes.
And the only sad thing about that is that because these jokers, because of political expedience and somewhat stupidity, killed that project so that they could have some political mileage. But in the long run, St. Vincent is suffering.
Of course.
That business is now in Grenada, is now in Trinidad. And those persons who established their businesses came to St. Vincent to look at our model
and build accordingly.
You understand? To the point that a Vincentian investor who also wanted to operate Utley Hall, and he didn't get the opportunity. He actually went and set up a smaller operation in Grenada, which I was advised is doing well.
Yeah.
You see how backward we have
Of
been.
course, we've been very backward.
Now, when you look at the creative industry,
arts, yeah.
right? The new youth economy. And this one is very critical also, because all of them are going to point to youth development. And because, I mean, the youth are the future, and we have to provide. Unemployment is the biggest problem.
Yes.
And that is priority number one in the 5 list of priorities, which I'm going to touch on them briefly, right? But I need to give people the perspective that people have an understanding why we are the alternative and why we are ready to take St. Vincent and the Grenadines forward, right? We have the plans, we have the policies, we have the programs. All we need now is the endorsement of the entire population of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's all that is missing.
All.
And that is on its way, right? So when you look at the new youth economy, which is the creative industry, the creative arts, culture, sports, technology, right? This now will help to expand the economy because we're going to put the youths, they're already here.
Yeah.
Most of them are unemployed.
True.
We put them to work. A lot of them are already left.
Yeah.
But what I'm gathering, especially from those that I know in Central Leeward, they prefer to live in St. Vincent.
Yeah, that's what I gather from people who I know.
Where their relatives
and if
families
things are better in St. Vincent, they will return.
That is what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And we are giving them that commitment that we will expand the economy so that life will improve and they will be able to come back to work. Now, the opportunities under the new youth economy, they are just enormous.
Yeah.
But to get that going, first and foremost for sports, the nonsense we have going on now, I mean, we have to attack these things immediately. Infrastructure development, the facilities. Indoor facilities, we have already been talking about them. Nationally, Fitz has been talking about it. I've been talking about it for Central Leeward, which is going to be all Leeward, because the curtains hardcore, they actually going to come to curtains by next month, but I hear they're trying to push it now because they scraped through some funding to say they're going to resurface the hardcore in curtains and they're going to do some whatever. I don't even know what they're going to do, because what they're thinking to do is just plant the seed for the elections.
Well, it had to be, because remember they did the Calico one, you notice what happened when we had the Winlock games.
Yeah.
People sticking down on it. So we don't want any hurry thing. We want things that's done properly and will last for a long time, so people can actually have good use of the facility and develop the skill.
Exactly. When the guys told me about it yesterday, and as I'm on the ground, I said to them, essentially, I mean, whatever they do now, we know they can't complete it, but at the end of the day, what the vision centrally or 2025, 2035 that I'm presenting, it goes beyond whatever plasticity that they could put in place.
True.
So I'm still laser focused on the future. So even in Leo, what they're trying to do with the playing field, so they're going to put in floodlights and so forth, everything is out of alignment. We will do the corrective measures.
Of course.
So I personally, I'm not really worried about what they're doing. I know what they're doing is a direct response to what I have been saying and what I have already presented. But that is not going to stop the development.
No, that you need to care. Let me just say to the callers. Callers, we ain't open the line yet.
That's a few more minutes.
A few more minutes, and then we're going to take the break. It's already 12 o'clock. And when we come back, we will open the line. So don't worry, call for now.
No problem. So critical for the new youth economy is going to be infrastructural development.
Yes.
So not just Central Leeward, but the entire country. You heard Dr. Charlotte talking about North Leeward.
Yeah.
You heard Sister Chevron John talking about North Windward. I mean, Grenadines the same thing.
Yeah.
Kingston the same thing. You hear Fitz talk about the playing fields in Zion Hill.
Kingston, yeah.
Major will tell you about those
in Sharps and Green Hill, Lago Heights.
The entire country.
I mean,
so all of these are going to be priority so that we can put our youths to meaningful engagement.
True.
So that at the primary school level, we will be able to bring back the sport meet so that the talented, the talents can be
you can pick them up early.
Yes. And have the talent
and nurture them, definitely.
And then the structures will be in place for scholarships so that they could improve, develop, and move on and so forth. We'll get more professionals going overseas, and all of that is going to bring money back into the economy
all the time.
So this is the kind of expansion we were talking about. So it is clear we are not looking to remove anybody from where they're working.
No, we're looking to add.
And we are not trying to find out who you voted for. No, because as Dr. Friday said, you're all Vincentian.
True.
And what we want is to build St. Vincent.
Yes.
And we can't build St. Vincent with NDP alone.
No.
We have to use everybody.
Everybody.
So our focus, whereas they're focusing on themselves, our focus is on everybody.
Everybody. Yes.
Tourism, I touched on a bit. From a pillar standpoint, we're gonna keep that going. And keep in mind, the Ministry of Tourism was established by Sir James Mitchell.
Yeah.
Right? So everything that is happening in St. Vincent right now, and the biggest benefit they have from tourism is the cruise ship board.
And the bash. If you wasn't in studio today, I was gonna read something from what they said of the cruise ship boat when the storm, the left-handed storm hit. And
they wanted it was to be washed away.
I have the thing. It's a failed project, they said, but today that's the same project that's helping them and saving them.
And it has been their lifesaver.
Yes.
Right? They're actually looking forward to the cruise ship season coming in. When we get into office, the cruise ship season is not going to just be this,
from April to October, October to April.
We'll put things in place that we go beyond all of that.
All wrong.
So, highlighting the pillars of the economy. And I'll just mention the 5 priorities before we take the break. The 5 priorities, I'll go from 5 down to 1. And this is how the NDP is so structured. Fifth, the fifth one is to improve our roads and in overall infrastructure.
True.
You heard me talk about it, linking it back into the 4 pillars.
Yeah.
Everything is in sync. Right? Infrastructure development, roads, overall infrastructure development, sporting facilities. Because once you have the facilities, then you will have greater opportunities. Right? You can play cricket on a bad wicket, on a bad field, and be able to develop properly. You need proper facilities. In the same way, you need proper equipment.
Yes.
It's simple. If you don't have the tools, you can't get the work done.
Job.
Exactly. What we are saying, we will provide the tools, we'll provide the facilities that are required. Ensure everyone has healthcare we can trust.
True.
NDP has been forward thinking. I mean, when we were promoting healthcare and the national health insurance, they say that was nonsense. When we talked about the hospital to ease the pressure from Kingston and close Kingston and have the helicopter and so forth. Maybe if we had a helicopter, the young lady who died on Saturday, my sister,
she may not have died.
She may not have died because they were trying to fly her up on a flight. The flight was full, and I thought they should have been able to at least get somebody off and get
the flight
as an emergency.
Yes.
That couldn't happen. And they put her on Gemstar, which is going to take several hours.
That's what I'm saying.
It was an emergency case. My personal opinion is that she could have been alive if she was able to access immediate emergency care.
Yeah.
So just think about the helicopter heading down there in 10 minutes, back up to the hospital in 10 minutes. I mean, the delay that took place on that boat may have just avoided. And Major has been highlighting this for years. The NDP has been promoting this for years. So ensure everyone has healthcare we can trust.
And not the healthcare of the Unity Labour Party, because as you on that, they're building a hospital in Arnottsville. But I want Vincentian to note that is not a general hospital. They say it's an acute referral, which means only certain people will be able to go to that hospital and get attention. You have to be referred there with some particular illness before, or some particular problem before you can be attended to. What Vincentians need is a modern, state-of-the-art hospital with that component in it as well, so that everybody will be able to be attended to properly in terms of health. And that is what the NDP had proposed. They go with it and they're doing something.
Switch it around.
Something that is
basically they minimize it.
Yes.
They minimize. And Chairman Cummins was on radio this week emphasizing that same point, right? So it shows we have been forward thinking, just in the same way that Sir James has been forward thinking. 25 years ago.
Yes.
Because they are benefiting now
from
the
what he
value of the properties in Canada and Musty is as a result of the negotiations then.
Yes.
Right? So the third one, before I know you'll take the break just now, is make our country safe again. Well, you heard the callers talk about this morning with the level of violence and crime. Since this administration, that is something that we have to highlight.
Yes.
Since this administration, crime has been out of control.
Yes.
We have hit records.
Oh yeah.
Record year after year after year of murders.
True.
And the most heinous of crimes.
Yeah.
That you could imagine. We have been experiencing in St. Vincent and Grenadines. And as a result, we are one of the world capitals
for
crime.
Which is sad. We only 150 square miles, 103,000 people. Come on.
And abuse against women and children in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So, as a result, the NDP is saying we will ensure that we can minimize all of that. We can make things better. There's so much you could say on this, and we're going to continue on it because when you check it out, essentially, what we had 2 police stations, none of them after 25 years usable, literally speaking. We're going to talk about Kaliakwa. In Eastern George, where we were just the other day.
About Montrose.
Okay.
You talk about even the one in Tongue. Look at the condition of this main police station in Tongue.
So security is, think about the entire infrastructure throughout the country, right? So security is affected. The health and safety, well-being of the workers are affected. The plans of the NDP is so clear.
True.
Right? How we can make people's lives better. Yeah. It is so clear. And then we have to do whatever we have to do to make it as simple and as clear to people and take this message on all platforms in every nook and cranny, wherever we can, because it's not rocket science.
True.
Number 2, build an economy that provides opportunities for all. Not build an economy that provides opportunities for yellow.
I know.
Not build an economy that provides opportunities for NDP people. As Sir Louis has said, as a party man, you have to own the job. You have to own the country, you have to own your party. We are not saying that. Because of this structure, we have to have a party. We have to have people to be selected and who will contest. But after we are elected as a party, then when we get into government, the party now is to provide governance for everybody, for all the people.
Yeah.
You do not get this under this present rogue regime. And we saw under Sir James, it was in effect where everybody benefited.
Yes.
With Dr. Friday and this present team, we will expand that to ensure that all our people are able to benefit.
Yes.
And the number 1 priority from the survey that was done, that people said this is the major thing that is affecting us, is the issue of
jobs,
unemployment.
Yeah.
High unemployment.
People want jobs.
Their data have shown it. The World Bank data have shown it. Everybody data have shown it that unemployment in the country is
high.
Out of control. So what the NDP says, we will create more and better paid jobs. We are the lowest paid
in the
region. Right? We are saying with the NDP in office, with the NDP leading this country, life will get better for every Vincentian from day one.
Yes. Thank you very much, Brother Huggins. And I know the people listen very intently to you as you present. It is now 12 minutes after the hour of 12 o'clock. So we're going to take a break and then we will get
the management of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority wishes to advise the public that the port will be closed today at 2 p.m. to facilitate a general staff meeting. Regular operations will resume on Friday, September the 19th, 2025. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank you for your understanding and continued support.
My Ariakwa, look out! It's your community meeting to take place on Thursday, 18 September 2025 at 7:30 p.m. in Mount Pleasant, Mespo. Hear from speakers, Brother Chieftain Neptune, Brother Conroy Huggins, Piero Lavon King, Brother Andrew John, and your very own Philip Jackson. The place to be on Thursday, September 18th is Mount Pleasant, Mespo. This election, let's flip the script with Philip.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Vanity Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Vanity Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Vanity Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Vanity Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
Hi, hun. Can you pick up the kids today? I know you're headed to the gym and you have some errands to run, but I just got called into a meeting. Thanks, babe. Oh, you may need to stop for gas, too.
Stop for gas? Since switching to Sol, we have lots left in the tank.
At Sol, we're on a mission to give you great fuel economy for all life's journeys. So enjoy the journey. Choose Sol Go Further fuels.
Flow customers, you've been with us. You've stayed connected. And now, loyalty pays back. At Flow, we're rewarding our customers with a free Samsung Galaxy smartphone. That's like 5 months off your mobile bill back in your pocket. Back to you. Simply add mobile to your current home internet plan and claim your free Samsung Galaxy smartphone today. At Flow, loyalty pays back. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing.
If you know you love a good vintage flex, then it's time to take off your dan-dan, put on your dancing shoes, and get ready to jam. Saturday, September 27th, we shutting down Kingstown, and everybody heading inside the Ndp headquarters for the baddest back in time flex in a long time. Advance tickets, $30, pay more at the door. Pick up your tickets today from various runners across the island. Look out for the legendary Too Cool Chris, CJ Jose, and the Fugitive, hosted by Double. So you know that means everybody leaving soaking wet. The back in time fit, Saturday, September 27th, Ndp headquarters, Morris Road. Get ready. Hold up by Hayumbe. Hold your own. Please drink responsibly.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Hannah, guess who nearly burned down the kitchen trying to make gourmet ramen?
You again?
I had no garlic, no butter, no vibes, so I ran to Massey quick.
Just for ramen?
I came out with dinner, dessert, and even items to clean up. Plus, points on my loyalty card. I even transferred money and still had time to grab a little wine.
So, basically, you live there now?
Honestly, with the parking, service, and the WhatsApp updates, I might move in next week. Who else doing it like that? Massey Stores, our family serving your family and your last minute cravings.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other healthcare products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Hop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up. Reliability, convenience, and variety. Richardson Motors is your #1 stop.
TK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're #1. TK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch discs, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays, rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and build the ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Memorial Funeral Home is the first in SVG to offer on-site cremation service. The new and modern crematorium provides a safe way to memorialize your loved ones. Memorial Funeral Home offers a variety of urns in which you can preserve your loved one in a personal way. Cremation can ease the financial burden as it reduces the cost of a standard funeral service by 50%. Caskets can also be is a necessary option to the overcrowded burial grounds across the country. Their friendly and courteous staff will continue to take care of all your funeral needs, whether you choose to bury or cremate. If your loved ones die abroad, there's no need to worry. Memorial Funeral Home can assist in the transportation of bodies to SVG and from SVG to any part of the world. Memorial Funeral Home services can be accessed at their two locations. In Kingstown in the Russells Building at telephone number 453-2697 and in Mesopotamia at 458-8888. The Memorial Funeral Home, leading the way in modern and affordable services. Call us. We care.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
The management of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority wishes to advise the public that the port will be closed today at 2 p.m. to facilitate a general staff meeting. Regular operations will resume on Friday, September the 19th, 2025. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank you for your understanding and continued support.
Hey! We all in on this. Enough is enough. This is it. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. You want to hear it again? Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Properly gone. What hidden in darkness must come out in light. Yes. Don't you be a coward. Just stand up and fight. Remember they fight the teachers like they have no right. Remember forcing them to take vaccine. All of that was spite. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. You want to hear it again? Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Properly gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Totally gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Family gone. Crime situation is out of control. Every time you wake up, you're losing another soul. The people, they're not satisfied, but they're afraid to open their mouth. Why? Because if they say anything, the vaccine food out their mouth. Stop the corn. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. They gotta go. What I tell you? Enough is enough. The people say come. They gone now. 1, 2, 3. Totally gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Want to hear that again and again? Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. They gone. They gone. They gone. This country in shambles. People can't get work. Young girls on the corner begging for a buck. Why? If you don't believe, come out after 6. Nah. The things you will see on the street, you can't believe it. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. What I tell you? What I tell you? Family gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. This election. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Not another tongue. Leaders of this country, they wicked like hell. Wicked siding with criminals, posting with cartel. With taxpayers' money, you put on a show. So much people hungry, with no place to go. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. They gone, totally gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Family gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now.
Yeah, anytime they call the date, they're gone. So let me welcome you back to the New Times program. I have think we have Senator John here with us. So let me just see if I can bring him in at this time. Senator John, you hear me?
I got.
Yeah, Senator John, you hearing?
Yes, I am hearing. Are you
Okay,
hearing?
all right. Yes, we're hearing you now.
Okay. I was here since the beginning of the program.
Well, I
I
didn't see
realize
it.
that. I realize that,
That's
and it
my
is important to give
that
our
is
brother.
my bad.
No problem, no problem. And it is important to give Brother Conroy the time as we are here together. In
Yes.
anything we do it together. Together we
Yes,
win.
together we win.
And he
Together
did
we win.
he did
And
very well.
yes. So let me say good afternoon to the listening audience. Let me say good afternoon to the people of North Windward, both above the Dry River and below the Dry River. You know, the constituency runs from Caratal to Fancy, and we go into Dixon area, so it encompasses that space of beautiful people. And I want to thank you very much for being a part of Team John from since 2020, and those who have joined us, we thank you, and those who intend to join us, we welcome you. So come on board. This is the time for change. Your voice, your vote matters to us. Let me say good afternoon to those who are celebrating, and most of my grandmother will be celebrating on Saturday.
Okay.
Miss Louise Lewis, or what who we say, Mama, right? Everybody in Ovia knows her as Mama. So, Mama, celebrating on Saturday. I pray that the Lord will give you long life and
Yes.
the good health and strength. She's a strong woman, and I went by her yesterday, and she bring out her yellow skirt and her yellow top, and she said, "This is my NDP suit ready." So I know she's waiting to vote and really waiting to see the victory for the New Democratic Party. And I
Well,
pray that the Lord will
you better
give
have
her
a yellow cake for her on Saturday.
will give her that long life that she needs. I also want to shout out some of my friends, my elderly friends in and around the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I want to shout out um, uh, Miss Lewis, yes, in Bay Road, and Mama in Bay Road also. Mama is visually impaired, but she loves the party, and I'm sure she's listening here now. I remember these t-shirts I'm wearing with Chevron John and the face. And she said she wants her t-shirt too. She wants to put on her t-shirt. So yes, Mama, we are here. We are always here. We love you very much, and we love all the people in the that have served St. Vincent and the Grenadines well, and are still supporting the New Democratic Party. We thank you very much. I want to say good afternoon to our leader, Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday, and his family. Also, our past leader, Honorable Annie Eustace, and his family. To all past parliamentarians of the New Democratic Party, cabinet ministers, cabinet personnel, executive members, good afternoon. And to those who are serving now, their families, I know the sacrifices that we have to make for the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we want to thank our families. I want to thank my family very much for the support that they have been giving me throughout the years I'm here. I have a little daughter, and you know I have to be out, and I really thank my mom and those who would step in from time to time to ensure that she gets to school, she gets from school, her homework is done, you know, and she's prepped and ready, and the standard is still there. I know on evening she would say, "Mommy, you going campaigning today?" And she understands very well that it is part of me now. And I really hope that, as a party, we can really prepare the future for this generation, the generation to come. And I just want to big up all my colleagues who have been doing an excellent job in going into the communities,
Yes.
in bringing the message of hope and change for the New Democratic Party. I don't think one, unless they're really tuned out, I don't think an individual can say they're not hearing the New Democratic Party.
That's true. It's only if they don't want to hear.
Unless
Really.
they don't want to hear. And if you don't want to hear, we understand that. But apart from that, we have been on practically every platform. And not now. We have been doing that since 2000, since 2000, 2001, 2002, 2020, 2021, 2022, the New Democratic, especially in this era, the
Yeah.
2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, we have been representing the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have been, some of us has been to the point where people forget who their real representative is,
True.
especially if that representative is in government. And we realize that we have been working very hard just for people to understand what a leader should be like. And I want to thank Dr. Friday for the hard work that he has been putting in since 2020 to show St. Vincent and the Grenadines that true leadership is not only about being in government, but he has shown that in opposition he can represent as well. And he has done so with the support of all his colleagues, and he has supported us well. I want to say again a special thank you to Dr. Friday. Igal, when we look at it, I just want to remind people that election is not won by crowds.
True.
Make sure you are registered to vote. It is very important that if you want the change, you must be a part of the change. And in order to be a part of the change, you must register to get to vote. And to register, listen out for the days when the registration officer will be in your area. Mondays and Wednesdays are the days, and they are in various areas throughout the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Make sure you live in the area in order to register in that area, especially those of you who are new voters. There are some persons who are coming, they ain't live in the area, but they're bringing them to register them still. So you know how that works. But luckily we have our persons on hand. Yes, we have our persons monitoring the registration
Yes.
process at every center. So that person, we know persons could recognize and will know who lives in the area so that they can be bona fide voters in the area. And we know when you don't live in it, we will object that
True.
you're not living here and you have no right to register here. And we will bring it to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in every way possible. And I want to thank some of the registration officers for doing a very good job
Yeah.
in ensuring that that process is good. I also want to say thank you to my team, Team John, for all the hard work that they have been doing from 2020 and towards a victory for North Windward. North Windward needs a change.
Yes.
And we know that over the years, we have had someone in cabinet, but it is as if we don't have that person in cabinet because, as their personnel said, you have to get somebody in cabinet to do the work. I don't think you have to get someone in cabinet. There
Well,
is.
Sister John, they have in cabinet, but we're still not getting anything done.
But we're still not getting anything done, And I think the respect should be given to elected members, as Sir James did in his days. But we know the man we are dealing with. And I am glad that, his own people are saying saying it. His own people understand that this should not be so. You know, and that there is a representative. Respect the person whom the people choose. Respect that person, but instead of that, you're bringing in someone who you favor and who you could rubber stamp. That is what happened. But the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will definitely make the choice to get a better St. Vincent come 2025.
Say.
Yes. And I just want to encourage our people to go out and vote. I heard Brother Conroy spoke about the ways in which the New Democratic Party intends to build the economy, so I won't elaborate on that anymore. I know our people are hearing it, and we will work together so that we can get it done. I got what is happening in North Windward. The campaign is on. And we have high unemployment in North Windward. But our government so smart that right now what they're doing is that they are calling those persons whom they met, and they are offering them temporary job placement. I think it's the same in all the constituencies. So yesterday a young dem of mine called me and said, I got a call from your opponent, and this is what she said to me, blah blah blah. And I said to her, you need to take it if you need a job, because it's only temporary.
Yeah.
And I will say to the people, this is what our government bring us to. In order for you, come clean. You want to represent people. You know that the jobs you're giving will not be a permanent job. It's only for the election gimmick. You don't care about the people. Why are you calling them to offer them jobs and you don't care about them? Because you figure when you offer them, they would vote for you. That's the thing. I went into Dixon Eagle, and I went into Fancy, and I went into Sandy Bay, I went into Overland. All my communities I will go in. And what you are hearing is that, Miss John, when they come to me, the first thing they're offering now is the lumber, the cement, the galvanized. And they're telling me I will go on public assistance. So everybody's getting the same message. It shows what they have reduced our people to.
Shows how desperate they are.
And how desperate they are. Yes. So they figure they can win by telling people, bring the estimates up to Orange Hill. We have plenty lumber, cement, and galvanized there. Where was it? I mean, people have been suffering 44 years after Soufre. I look at houses in my communities, roof needs changing, still roof practically rusting and breaking up. And when we look at it, you're not doing anything. And if you're doing, you're picking out still. You're picking and choosing. And now you're so desperate. Now you're telling people, bring the estimate. People are not. I don't think people are really being caught by that anymore. And I believe that the people, and I said to them, you need to take it. If you need it, you need to take it. It's not their money. These things were sent for the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So take it. Take the lumber, the cement, the galvanized, and do what you have to do with it to make yourself comfortable. But remember, when you go to the polling station, vote for the key.
And that is crucial, because the people must realize that the government, because of spite and wickedness, caused them to suffer for 4 years. And now they're coming to try to bribe them to get their vote. The people must make the government pay for that by going to the polls and voting against them, because you cannot allow yourself, Vincentians, to be reduced to that state where people have you for 4.5 years suffering willfully. Because in many cases, in La Soufrière case, in Beryl case, those people did not have to suffer for so long because the
True.
monies were provided to take care of them. Nobody from La Soufrière should have been suffering up to now because St. Vincent and the Grenadines get assistance that could amount to about $500 million to deal with people during the La Soufrière time, and nobody
So true.
could have been without help who got affected from La Soufrière. It is wickedness that caused that to happen.
Yes.
And now they're now coming. Don't bother with them. Take it, yes, if you need the assistance with your building or your house. But when did they come? Go to the polls, vote for the key.
Just a quick question. For persons affected by burial, volcanic eruptions, natural disasters, and there is a program in place to assist them. Now, I can understand that. But outside of those circumstances, and the government is giving away materials willy nilly to people, especially their supporters, because it is an election year, and not just an election year, we're just a couple of weeks before an announcement for election.
True.
Should this be looked at as illegal? Could this be counted as a bribe? I think this is something. I mean, I don't know if one a legal person listening to us could weigh in on it, because if it is, I think we need to understand it and be able to highlight it, because we cannot go ahead like with them and trivialize it to say, well, well, they bring it out, give them a ticket, because the way in which it is being done, it seems only during an election year, and not just that, but during the last 3 months before an election is called. And that seems to be hinting that it is the states or the party using the state resources against the people, which the same people have to pay for.
Yeah, to give away things at that time only. It can be considered a bribe because it is only at election time that you're giving the persons. Therefore, it has to be counted as a bribe. In the days of the New Democratic Party, every quarter give materials to those persons who were in need so that they can fix whatever problem they had in their home or whatever. In this case, with the Unity Labour Party, it is after every 4.5 years they come around. Therefore, it is really a bribe. What people need to do is really to document some of these things so that charges can be brought against those people who engage in this behavior. It is a bribe, whether they like it or not. It is bribing people because they're giving you the materials, and in some cases, they're asking you to remember them at the polls to vote for them. It is definitely a bribe. And according to the RPA and the laws in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it's against the law to bribe anybody.
So I think that is something that we'll need to also look into.
Yeah. Sister Chevron, like yeah, something came up on the feed just now there, so like
Okay,
Sister
well,
John
if-
stepped out
if
of it.
Sister-
I have
if-
somebody
okay, well, go
on the
ahead.
line. Let
Go
me
ahead,
see
take
if
the
they're
call.
still there. Welcome to New Times.
Yes, I go, boy. You had me on that line for quite a while.
Boy, oh jeez. It's a good thing with you, boy. It's a good thing with you.
Oh Lord, you had me for quite a while, but that's all right.
But you got a message and say you're waiting, man.
That's all right. I used the opportunity to listen to my senatorial colleague, Sister Chevron, and of course I didn't get the earlier part of Conroy, but I understand that he was on fire earlier
Yeah,
on.
he was.
And I listened to him chiming in, and just to say that the last point that Brother Conroy has raised is an important, very important point, to say the least about it. In that I don't know if you, Conroy, had an opportunity and to the listeners. And before I go further, I gotta thank you for accepting my call, and a very pleasant good afternoon to listeners throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in particular the people of the constituency of South Central Windward, both at home and in the diaspora. Now, I'll come back to that very soon. The point that Conroy has raised is very important. I was going to say, though, Brother Conroy, I don't know if you had the opportunity to read the the European Union Observer Mission report on the most recently conducted elections in Guyana. If you had an opportunity to read their report, and in fact it is their preliminary report, one of the things which they brought under skating attack was this very thing that you're talking about, where before the election, the state machinery is used to do things to the benefit of the political party. And it is the basis upon which they really question the true fairness of the election which just took place in Ghana.
Yeah.
Now, I was not there as an observer, so I could only reflect and speak to what the observers from the European Union pointed to as things that they felt skewed the election in the direction in which it went. And this is not me casting any aspersion on the electoral process in Guyana. This is me speaking to a report that emanated from the observers from the European Union who went there. I think they had a 54-member strong observer mission. And maybe this is the opportune time for us to, as a little thing means, to say to the open world and to regions like the United Nations and not United Nations, sorry, the European Union as a block of nations. Look, people, you need to also lend your voice to democracy, as it were, in these parts of the world.
True.
And so if you were in Guyana, there's nothing that really, I know the government may have the ultimate right as to whether or not they allow them to come in as observers, be that as it may. But it is people who have a clear understanding as to the subtle ways in which government engage themselves in bribery of the people and using the resources of the state to so do. So that you speak out and against it. And so that when some of the leaders who use practice go out on the international stage to talk about how free processes are, that they could be called out for what it is.
True.
I am aware of the country, Conroy, and to our listeners. Yes, the practice has been, right now it's dishing out of materials also. That's another approach that was used according to the EE. And I think the point has to be made. Even if there's grant aid, but for the most part, these are materials that taxpayers pay for.
Yeah. Right.
And I want the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to know that every sack of cement, every length of steel, every sheet of galvanized, every length of stick or board that you're offered, you're paying for it.
True.
You're not being given it for free.
No.
You're paying for it over a period of time. So you're paying for it. Yes? So let that be very, very, very clear. You know, once upon a time, there was a mantra by those on the other side that placed Sir James Mitchell of blessed memory on the political cross that nailed him. And they said that he said, Vincent should only remember the last meal. You know, they say that often.
Yeah.
But they are practicing it to the top of the mountain. Every time the elections come around, this is a common practice. And people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines must not forget that following the outcome of the referendum in 2009, the current Prime Minister said that people voted against the referendum because he didn't give them lumber, cement, and galvanized.
That's true.
That's correct.
Let us not forget that. And so the people must regard that as how he sees them. That he in his eyes, their vote is worth a few sheets of galvanized, a few pieces of lumber, and a few sacks of cement. Even if they're paying for it. And it is something that I know we must continue to speak to so that our people understand that what is really happening is almost like you, by receiving those materials, you're practically entering into a higher purchase agreement. You get the materials now, you go to buy your sugar, you pay your VAT, and that is piece of the money to pay for the galvanized. You go and buy a jeans pants, you pay your VAT, and that VAT money goes to pay for a sack of the cement. So you're getting this stuff up front, but you're paying for it when you pay your taxes to government. So I want our people to understand that full and fair. I don't know if you noticed, guys, right in Greg's, and let me say a pleasant good morning to the lovely people of Greg's. I have to say, whilst I say that I am saddened by the loss of one of the stalwarts from Greg's, Theodora Letine, from Greg's and Tortola. She passed away suddenly earlier this week, and I extend greater sympathy to her children, Devon, Alicia, Caswell, Tad, all of them. I forget the other daughter name now. And that's the one I really should have remembered. But anyways, the point is that I noticed that they've gone into Greg's and they have demolished what was the hard court built there by the National Lottery Authority. For those who followed when I was documenting the state of dilapidation in the constituency, that was one of the projects that I showed you that ULP allowed to go to ruin.
Yeah.
They allow it to run on to the lowest, not maintained, not cared for, no proper management plan in place to manage the facility, nothing of the sort. Their response to it, and then I think Rashdan and Aaron Smart then did a subsequent video to the one that I did. And then all of a sudden now these guys decide the best way to respond to that is to demolish the hard court. I don't even know if they had any discussion with the people of Greg's to say, well, something is wrong with the facility. This is not where the best place for the facility as it is now. And we want to convert it into something else. What are your views on it? I don't know that the consultation was had with the people. But these are the same guys who always tell the people that they believe in consultative democracy.
They don't.
That's just my word.
No
just by
consultation.
word. But I want them to know that the netballers and the basketballers and the five-a-sider footballers in Greg's will not be tricked by this last-minute effort to try to say, oh, we're doing this for Greg's. For all those years, I want them to put their hands up and point on a single deliverable project in the Greg's community, despite the people at Greg's because they've been voting for NDP predominantly. You treat them with disdain and disregard. And you feel that the grips are now loosening, and you believe, let me do something to hoodwink Greg's people so I can maintain some votes in Greg's. That is not going to happen. Yes? And I say to the people of Greg's, do not allow that last minute gap to hook anybody. Let not that be a hook in your gill.
True.
But refuse it and reject it at all costs. I want to say to the people of the constituency of South Central Windward, we have tarried this far. We have tarried this long. We have tarried this hard. And this is your moment to say, look, the time has come. That time came when the current representative was given an opportunity to provide the representation. I think we've seen enough of him. And that time is slowly coming to be behind our backs, and a new opportunity to be created where your humble servant will be called upon to deliver and to deliver well for the people of the constituency of South Central Windward. Just to say, Igal, later this evening, I will be at Major Bay in Eastern Tortola.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that because I announced it earlier.
Yes. I am grateful to my working team on the ground. The team is working steadfastly. There's a bit of inclemency here, and we are watching the inclement weather. And but we're still forging ahead. I'm grateful for the assistance of my local colleagues, and people are ready for that session this evening. Essentially, it's going to be an engagement between myself and the members of the South Central rural community, but not just South Central. We're not if other persons of Vincentian nationality and Vincentian interest wish to be part of this session, you are free to participate in the session. And so I'll make a presentation, and then there'll be an open forum where questions are taken, and I will attempt to answer those questions to the best of my ability and with every degree of honesty that I can, so that the people of the diaspora, the Tortola BVI diaspora, get to appreciate that they are not just important, for example, one, because some people believe that they may be able to come home and cast a vote, but because their hard work here in the BVI is contributing to the economic ease to a number of forces in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in South Central Windward who are currently facing an economic crisis. So they must have an understanding and an appreciation and be given a voice at the table as to how we can make things different in St. Vincent. Because when we as a New Democratic Party in government make life easier for the people of St. Vincent, we will in effect be making life easier for them here in the BVI. So that the number of requests that they get from family members at home, that they need financial help with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you might find that they're now asking for financial help with ABC.
True.
Because their situation has changed such that they could take care of certain things by themselves and don't have to call upon you ever so often. So it gives you a little more economic independence where you are, and to help you to meet the goals that drove you to leave the shores of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to travel to the British Virgin Islands. So this evening, in the downstairs of that facility at Major Bay, we will be having a 1 hour and a half session, and I am looking forward to a pretty good session here. It's not the first time I've done it. I've done it in Toronto, Canada, during the last cycle, and I intend to replicate it where I can between now and when the polls are called. But rest assured that there's a great degree of interest in the people of St. Vincent in this part of the world in what is happening. They are integrally involved. I just left the courtroom not too long ago, and I came to the block where a number of institutions. If I turn to my right, I can count 2, 4, 6, 8 of them sitting right next to me, not far from where I'm sitting now. And they are prepared to be part of the session this evening. And I don't know how we might be able to get persons at home to get a bit of listening into the questions and concerns of the residents of South Central Windward in the British Virgin Islands, Tortola, as to what it is their interest happens to be and what concerns they have as to what is happening back at home in St. Vincent and Grenadines, because they have a vested interest. A number of them are out here working hard. They're not lazy people. They've left home and they've come to Tortola and they're working hard and they're making significant contributions back to their country. And so they want to make sure that what is happening in St. Vincent, that it will be a country that they could recognize when they do decide to pick up their hoes and their shovels and to head back to St. Vincent to continue to contribute to its development. And so I want to, for those who are listening in Eastern, West End or Rotong, I'm sorry, I apologize to the people of Virgin Gorda, and even the inclemency might not allow you to boat your way across on the ferry, but suffice it that, there might just be another session where I try to bring that conversation to Virgin Gorda itself. But for now, we're hoping to have a pretty good session here this evening, and I'll update the country as to the success of this session. But I know it is going to be a pretty successful session. And again, before I leave, I want to thank the members of the committee here in the BVI who are working steadfastly. They are very focused, laser beam focused on making sure that we in South Central are ready to take the seat and go into government and resuscitate life in South Central Windward, make life easier for the people of St. Vincent and South Central Windward. Ease the economic burden on the people. Allow for the advancement of agriculture, which is critical for the advancement of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a pillar of economic development that we've spoken to time and time again, and that the New Democratic Party, through its leadership of Dr. Friday and all of us in the team, are committed to ensuring that agriculture plays a pivotal role And as an agricultural community, I am so excited about the future ahead for farmers and fisher folks in the country. But young people must know that our commitment to the creation of jobs for the young people of South Central Windward, that commitment remains steadfast and resolute. And just to note that our next public meeting in St. Vincent will go to Montgrenan on the 4th of October. So Montgrenan, we're doing your second lap, and we're doing the second lap across the constituency. And very soon we'll announce our other meetings, and there are a series of town halls that will take place as we give people not just to come to the meeting and hear me speak from the platform or to hear my colleagues, but to give them an opportunity to interface, to interact, to share their concerns, raise their issues. And sometimes it may not be pleasant, but of course, if you're providing leadership, you have to listen to the people and hear what their concerns are. Sometimes people don't always agree with you, and sometimes you don't always agree with people. But that's where development takes place, where there's a channel of communication open. And that, I promise, to be the situation continuously. Conroy, I listened to you, and you're continuing to blaze, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait. I'll be back home pretty soon, within 24 hours, I presume, so that we could get the work done that is to be done. But I said to my colleagues, let us remain resolutely focused. We have the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines relying on us to bring this country from the brink that it is at. Don't stop grumbling. Grumble, grumble to the polls.
Right down to the
And
wire.
yes, grumble all the way to the polls. And after the elections and the results are in, and there's a victory for the New Democratic Party in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, then you would start to rejoice and rumble.
That's
Amen.
Let us work.
That's right.
Yes. And I realize we missed you for a little bit. Keep working. Yeah, keep working. Don't let no amount of lumber, cement, steel, galvanize distract you from the work that you're doing. The people of Northwood would love you, and they'll be supporting you heavily. And they'll be supporting me. They'll be supporting Conrad. They'll be supporting Chieftain. Look,
Exactly.
let's just get the work done, guys.
Intentions will be supporting the NDP.
That's right. Let's not be distracted. Young people, your hope is with the New Democratic Party of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You have a team of committed men and women, not for their own selfish agendas, but are committed to making sure that we give you a future and or a platform for a future that is so bright that will reflect on generations to come. I love you guys. Thank you so very much, unless you have any questions for me.
Well, before you go, I just want to congratulate you for the work that you're doing and the engagement that you have with the diaspora.
Yeah.
We have persons, the extension of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in other nations. And our connection with those persons, as you are doing, is vital also for our economic development and our advancement. So just want to congratulate you on your efforts and the work that your team is doing there. And, all the best. And, when you're back, we vibes as usual.
Yes, and I want to also...
One of the things that has to be understood before Sister Siobhan comes in, one of the things that has to be understood is that you have fellas who are here working hard, but they are running blocks in St. Vincent. They're buying cement in St. Vincent. They are building homes in St. Vincent.
Exactly.
Yes? So they're not just out here. They're out here because the current administration has not created the enabling environment for them to exist and to survive there. Notice what I said. Remember, I didn't say they didn't provide jobs for them, because we recognize in the NDP that we can't provide jobs for everybody.
Right.
So we provide jobs for as many persons as we can, and we create the enabling environment that would allow the others to create jobs for themselves and create jobs for others. Sister Siobhan, sorry.
No problem, Brother Bruce. I was just also piggybacking on Brother Conroy to wish you the best in your town hall meeting this evening. And we have a lot of support out there in the BVI even from North Windward. So I hope they come out and they interact with you, and that they would definitely add value to what we are doing here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Brother Bruce, we know you're hardworking, and we wish you the very best. Come back here, together we win. We're sending them people into retirement.
Together we win. When the people win, we win.
I want a man captain out, all man out. and
When the people win.
the 80 guy, him
Yes.
going home. It's simple.
He
Him
could
going
throw all the
home.
net ball he want.
That's what the people understand that what we concerned about is the people winning, not us,
Correct.
you know?
No. Exactly.
The people
Correct.
winning. We are not the first. We are not the first start. Our first
No,
concentration
the people.
is to change the situation so that economic crisis could be lessened, so that people could see an opportunity and a way forward, so that they feel as and experience winning. And once the people are winning, then the 15 of us will say, look, if the majority of the country is winning, we would be winning.
Be winning,
Correct.
definitely. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Senator
man.
Bruce.
All right.
And
Yes.
take care of yourself. Have a good time at the meeting this evening, and God bless. It's now 8 minutes after 1 o'clock, so we're going to take the final break, and then we're going to come right back. I don't know how the time usually flies.
Yes.
During the time, it really usually flies fast, very fast. So let me just take this call, and then we're going to take the break. Welcome to New Times.
Thank you very much, Igor, for having me.
Yes.
Please permit me to greet your guests separately.
You go
Firstly,
right
I want
ahead.
to say good afternoon to my late grandson's queen. And good afternoon to my auntie, sister's nephew. As my father used to say, all of we are one family. Be
All
careful
of you
of
one.
people.
That's right.
All right.
I just want to commend you guys on the wonderful work you're doing, man.
Thanks.
Now it reminds me of 1984. Trust me. Look, when I listen to you guys, you know, I see you guys come on the scene, hit the ground hard and running fast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I tell you. On the other side, all I hear is waffling, and when you waffle, you know, you tell lies, or you're foolish. On the other side, all I hear is waffling, you know. Trust me. So I just called to sort of encourage you guys to do what you are doing. You know, the NDP is a real, you know, body party. A party of love, a party of peace.
Correct.
A party with the plans to develop our country.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
My brother, I could remember the present Prime Minister, he was breathing down Mr. Mitchell's neck throat. Was too old. Mr. Mitchell left scene at 69. You know, wait, Lord Vincent, have mercy upon us. Let us be wise. Let us wise up.
I think you need to repeat that, you know, because
I want to throw net ball.
he went after Eustace at 65 also.
Yes.
I tell you, all these kind of things people must
He
tell,
is
like,
going after
these other
Dr.
things.
Friday also.
Yes.
And the man is above everybody. And calling everybody else grumpy old men.
And my
That's why I tell you the man expired.
My good friend, a man who I have so much respect for, he made statement, said this man have a young friend more than everybody else in the party.
Imagine
You
that.
understand?
That shows where they
You
are.
see something wrong with us?
That shows where they are.
I took away some marks from the man, you know, the man who made a statement. I took away some credit from him.
I think the guy was being honest.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Lord of your mercy.
You know what the man basically said, you know, he and Sabine already.
Nah,
They're not ready. They're not ready.
They need to go.
No form of transformation.
If his brain younger than all of them, you know, well, all of them need to retire a long time ago.
Let's just really need to sit down and listen to you guys and, you know, think about what is going on in our country very, very carefully.
Yes.
Yeah, because things ain't going nice. Trust me.
Okay, but I
Yeah,
got to
thank you very much, Igor.
yeah, because I have to let you
Yeah.
go now, because I
Let's
need
done.
to go to the break.
All right, you take care. Thanks for
Okay.
calling.
All right, my girl, all the best. All right.
Thanks for
brother,
calling.
Howard.
Thanks for calling. I
All the
appreciate the
best.
comments.
All
Good, good.
right.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we can take the break now and then we'll come. Right.
All right.
Management of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority wishes to advise the public that the port will be closed today at 2 p.m. to facilitate a general staff meeting. Regular operations will resume on Friday, September the 19th, 2025. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank you for your understanding and continued support.
Mariaqua Lookout. It's your community meeting to take place on Thursday, 18 September 2025 at 7:30 p.m. in Mount Pleasant, Mespo. Hear from speakers, Brother Chieftain Neptune, Brother Conroy Huggins, Piero Lavon King, Brother Andrew John, and your very own Philip Jackson. The place to be on Thursday, September 18th is Mount Pleasant, Mespo. This election, let's flip the script with Philip.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Hannah, guess who nearly burned down the kitchen trying to make gourmet ramen?
You again?
I had no garlic, no butter, no vibes, so I ran to Massey quick.
Just for ramen?
I came out with dinner, dessert, and even items to clean up. Plus, points on my loyalty card. I even transferred money and still had time to grab a little wine.
So, basically, you live there now?
Honestly, with the parking, service, and the WhatsApp updates, I might move in next week. Who else doing it like that? Massey Stores, our family serving your family and your last minute cravings.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
We have moved. Lane's Hardware Bay Street is now at Lane's Uptown. We are remodeled with products for your hardware, painting, plumbing, electrical, and gardening projects. Lane's is proud distributor of Inca Power Tools and Supplies. Our building supplies and Grenadines help desk handles construction materials and deliveries for Fancy and Chateaubelair in the north to Union Island in the south. Our location is opposite the KCCU building. Call us at 456-1411 and ask about our free trucking delivery service to Beckway.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines. Fresh and quality bread and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
If you know you love a good vintage pet, then it's time to take off your dan-dan, put on your dancing shoes, and get ready to jam. Saturday, September 27th, we shutting down Kingston, and everybody heading inside the Ndp headquarters. For the body's back in time fit in a long time. Advance tickets, $30, pay more at the door. Pick up your tickets today from various runners across the island. Look out for the legendary Too Cool Chris, CJ Jose, and the Fugitive, hosted by Double. So you know that means everybody leaving soaking wet. The McIntyre Fest, Saturday, September 27th, Ndp headquarters, Morris Road. Get ready. Hold up by Hayume. Hold your own. Please drink responsibly.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus Pico-Actin Syrup and Mimglobin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Pico-Actin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mimglobin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Pico-Actin Syrup, and Mimglobin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
Flow customers, you've been with us. You've stayed connected. And now, loyalty pays back. At Flow, we're rewarding our customers with a free Samsung Galaxy smartphone. That's like 5 months off your mobile bill back in your pocket. Back to you. Simply add mobile to your current home internet plan and claim your free Samsung Galaxy smartphone today. At Flow, loyalty pays back. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing.
CK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent John's, a supermarket for you and me.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Pop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up. Reliability, convenience, and variety. Richardson Motors is your number one stop.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. The management of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority wishes to advise the public that the port will be closed today at 2 p.m. to facilitate a general staff meeting. Regular operations will resume on Friday, September the 19th, 2025. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank you for your understanding and continued support.
This election, I want to tell you one thing. You see, we Vinci, what? You see, we're not voting ULP again. Never. They want everything for themselves. Everything. They acting like SPG is theirs. But SPG belongs to we. But the balance is ours. People, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I don't like how Labour moving. Every time they have all the big meetings, only for big money they spending, put them alone. While things in the country getting rough, poor people not making enough. I am appealing to every Vinci, don't make Labour Party come by. Don't let them come. Things in SVG getting too hard.
Run your LP out of your yard.
This government treating me too bad.
Run your LP out of your yard.
Before the lack of work drive me mad.
Run your LP out of your yard.
When the children cry, we just get real.
Run your LP out of your yard.
How you run them all
out of your yard.
Run them all
out of your yard.
Run them
out of your yard.
Run your LP
out of your yard.
Run them
out of your yard.
Run them
out of your yard.
How you run them
out of your yard.
Run your LP
out of your yard.
Vinci people losing their mind. Things really wrong. Things getting harder all the time. Harder. Poor people can't maintain their home. No. So many people struggling alone. Things in the country keep getting dread. We keep fighting for daily bread. Year after year inside the campaign. We can't take another 5 years again. No. Things in SPG getting too hard.
Run your LP out of your yard.
This government treated me too bad.
Run your LP out of your yard.
Before the lack of work drive me mad.
Run your LP out of your yard.
When the children cry, we just get real.
Run your LP out of your yard.
And not only run them out of your yard, but you got to run them out the country with your vote. You got to go to the polls come this election and vote solidly for the key, the symbol of the New Democratic Party, and surely run the ULP out of the country. I have one or two messages here. This one says, I'll please remind those people who are going to register in constituencies knowing that they do not live there, that they are committing a criminal offense that is punishable by imprisonment. This is not a joke, it's a crime. Well, yes, I want to tell those people that it's not a joke, it is a crime. Let me just take these calls and let me take the local one first. Welcome to New Times.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Let me say good afternoon to the panel, Brother Conroy, Senator Siobhan John. How you all doing?
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah, wonderful. I just want to make a brief contribution, to the discussion.
No problem. You go right ahead.
I want to go from this area. There's a video now being circulated on social media with the ULP candidate for the Southern Grenadines,
I'm quite sure that you and the listeners are aware of it.
Yeah.
Right. And her response to a question. And it tells you that the poor sister is running for an office, but she has absolutely no clue as to how governance, as to what governance is in a country. I have never heard more balderdash in all my life that you're not getting anything as a constituency because you're not represented in cabinet. I have never heard more foolishness in my life, you know. But it tells you how this administration has been operating. But it goes beyond that. It is not only constituencies that doesn't have a seat in cabinet. When Grace Walters was launched earlier this year or sometime late last year, one of the things she said is that you must vote for me. That's what she's telling the constituents in North Windward. Vote for me for proper representation. You know what she went on to say? Nothing, because nothing now go on up here. That's a constituency that ULP has held since 1998. And she can recognize that nothing goes on up there. Because when you talk about development in a constituency, you know, you're talking about the availability of jobs, the expansion of the whole economy. You know, you may have that being a rural community. A lot of people up there are involved in farming, but we are seeing far fewer, and I'm sure Senator John can attest to this, we are seeing far fewer farmers now in North Windward than hitherto. So something has to be wrong. It means that there are fewer jobs. The only thing that we have really seen happening over the river in North Windward is that you may have temporary construction work because you're doing some city fence here or city fence there. Those are the kind of jobs that are available in North Windward.
You're so correct.
No permanent job. You see? You get me, right? I don't know if Senator John is still on.
Yeah, she's responding.
And you are correct.
Yeah. So that is what is happening in North Windward. So what has happened since we've been there for 25 years? We cannot have the Arrow factory rebuilt. Why can't we have that? You know what we could have done? I mean, we don't expect to see, Conroy said it very early in his presentation, we don't expect to see another monocrop, but at least we could have been doing a lot more with our roots. And who says that we cannot have people doing the madongo bakes and so on? Who says that we cannot develop a nice cottage industry up there where you have people coming together doing the bake, and you can even package these and sell them not only here in Kingston, but those can go to the Vincentian diaspora everywhere, anywhere, any part of the world they are.
During the times when tourists are in the country, they can be sold to them as well. If we merge the tourism and the agriculture sector together, we can benefit a lot through those things.
This administration doesn't have the vision.
Obviously
to do
not.
That. What they can see is, the farmers didn't get their arrow sale, so we gonna pay them $2 a pound. That is it is such backward thinking, and it's borrowing that money so that they can pay the farmers.
Because they don't have none.
How are we developing here? How? But so, and then the Prime Minister went on to the Prime Minister again, and another clip I heard on social media. The Prime Minister is literally telling people, look, you ain't get your house thing? Come, make sure every child in your house register. who reach the age. You vote for us, you will get your house done. I mean, where are we going? Is that what our politics has come to? Something has to be wrong, seriously wrong. So that's my two bits.
Okay, bro. Thank you very much. And the Vincentian public need to go out and put what's wrong right and make sure that we get rid of them out of the country. Welcome to New Times. Okay, like the other person left us who was on the WhatsApp. I don't know why the people on the WhatsApp are so impatient. You can wait. You don't have to pay no money in that, and they're just quick to go. I take this call. Welcome to New Times.
Hi, God. Welcome to New Times. You sure you don't really want to run out of government for life, for good? You think anybody could beat you ULP now and again stronger?
We're not in government, so is we taking the ULP out of government? I know it's stronger to get in because all around the country you go, they're weak. So they're not getting any stronger.
But if they were getting stronger, he would have pressed the button already.
Long time. We do that long time. Now we have 11 minutes on the program.
I just want to
let me just take this call before you go. This WhatsApp postman trying to get in. Welcome to New Times.
Hi, good afternoon, Brother Eichel.
Hi, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good afternoon, Sister
Yeah,
John.
ain't how much time,
and I'm always unfortunate.
Yeah, how much time?
Late. But good afternoon, Sister John. Good afternoon, Brother Conroy.
Good afternoon.
My future representative in Central Leeward. Listen, the only thing I'm going to say, I'm going to be as succinct as possible. If you examine every constituency in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you would find a list of things, of reasons not to put the ULP back in government a mile long. I'll give you a few examples. One, the ballooning national debt. These guys are borrowing and spending like drunken sailors, and they are actually actively mortgaging the future of future generations. Two, the mishandling or shambolic response to the burial and volcanic relief or rebuilding efforts. It is inexplicable that the people of Union Island, people of the Southern Grenadines so many people are still awaiting assistance from the government after, I think the volcanic eruption was in 2021. The Hurricane Beryl, I think, was about a year ago. 2022. So thank you for that.
2024.
2024, sorry. Beryl, yes.
Volcanic eruption was
so
in
it's
21.
Yeah, the volcanic I think was in
2021.
21. Okay. And I and he's in fact almost listening to him. You would almost get the impression that he's holding the Vincentian people to ransom.
Well, that's exactly what
either
he has
put
been
us
doing.
back there, or nothing would take place. You would not get the assistance that you need. If you're still waiting after all of these years, you should defer. You should postpone your misery. You should postpone your neediness until after the election. And if you want to secure your house being repaired or rebuilt, you should put us back there. But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They
ridiculous.
have shown. They have shown that they are not capable of managing this country, whether it's in disaster or in normal times. And before I rush off, I want to bring something, because I've been asking for some information on this, a response from the government.
You have to go quick with it.
Right? I'll be very quick.
Yeah.
There's an entity known as the Caribbean Catastrophic catastrophe risk insurance facility called the CCRIF. It was established in 2007, and it's a pool. It's an insurance pool where 30 members, 30 Caribbean countries, put money so that in the case of disasters, they would receive an immediate injection of liquidity to help in their response. Okay. Now there was an assessment after Beryl. It was assessed that our damage amounted to about 230 million US. Grenada was assessed to have incurred about 219 million US. Wouldn't you believe that 8 days after Beryl, CCRIF granted an immediate parametric payment to both St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada. Grenada got 44 million US dollars. Let me say that again. 44 million US dollars. We got 1.8.
Yeah, and those figures are out, and they came out quite a while just after the thing, and I believe it has to do with us not paying in our amount into the system. But
that is the point.
you run out of time, so you have to develop that
all right.
another
Thank
time.
you so much.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
All right. Call all you next time. Don't call so late. All right.
Yes, very good discussion.
Yes. So, Sister Chevron and Brother Conroy, it's 6 minutes leave, so I'm giving that to both of you. So I don't know who want to go first or who
Well, I
want to
just
go
want to
last.
remind the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, especially our youths, that there is a brighter future under the New Democratic Party. And you may ask, what is it when you say a brighter future? We, apart from what Brother Conroy said early this morning in terms of getting the economy growing with agriculture, tourism, the new economy, the blue economy, and we in that everything is there. We want the youths to know that our youth guarantee pledge states that if you are not earning, then you should be learning. Right? That's our main policy for the youth. It means that you are either earning a skill that will benefit you in the end. Whatever our skill that we need, we will put the programs in place so that we will not have to bring in foreign workers to do that. So we will deliver technical skills training courses in priority areas through our community centers because we know that the community centers are important. We will also look at reducing the interest rate on student loans. And for years we have been talking about that. And that will be done through the new development bank that our party will bring about. Youths, there are a lot in store for you. We will design and implement non-academic incentive programs for youths so that some persons are not academically inclined and they will be able to fit in to our society. A lot more is being offered, but as time will not progress us to go into details. But the youth, the New Democratic Party definitely has a better way for you. And we're asking you to get registered, go out and vote. You have been grumbling for years. Don't let anything hinder you now. No words should hinder you from seeing the future and from getting a brighter and a fresher hope for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and yourself and your family. May God bless us all as we go through the season. May peace reign over us and may peace reign from shore to shore, and God bless and see us through.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister Chevron, Brother Conroy.
Yes, Igal. Well, thanks again to you and Sister Chevron, Brother Bruce, for calling in. It's always a pleasure to be on with you all on a Thursday. Just to say to our listeners, far and near, wherever you are, that 2025 represents a year of change and a year of new beginnings. And at the end of the day, we are just waiting. Whenever the bell is rung, we are ready. The NDP is the alternative for this time, for this season, so that this nation will be on a better footing. Um, we deserve better and we will get better. We are the better team by far. We have leaders ready, we have leaders for the future, and we have young men and women who are ready to govern, not on the other side where they are not ready, as they have
True.
admitted.
True.
Um, so as we look forward to the end of 2025, we are looking forward for the end of an era,
True.
and we are sending Grumpy home so that he could get some rest. We noticed he tried something on the ball court and almost caused himself injury. It's an indication it's time to go.
Yes.
Um, Would just like to put a quick plug for an activity taking place in Barely on the weekend. We actually had a scheduled village meeting for this Saturday, but after this activity came out, we decided to pull our activity to facilitate this. It's a barbecue medical fundraiser, and just to say, under the NDP, when we get in office, our policy position is to set up the national health
Health
insurance
That's
insurance.
right.
so that nationals of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will receive benefits
Yes.
for their health concerns. But the Barley Fish Fest committee, they present a barbecue medical fundraiser for a sister in Barley who is suffering a medical condition. It takes place this Saturday, the 20th of September, from 6 p.m. at the Bagger Square. Chicken, $15, and pork, $20. From a central division committee standpoint, we have taken the decision that we will give support to the
Okay.
activity. So we pulled our village meeting. We are making contributions to that person, and we will be there in support and solidarity.
Okay.
So
That's
just
great.
calling out on the people in Barely, surrounding areas, Curtin, Central Leeward, to come out and give support. When one is hurting, we also have to be concerned.
True. Definitely. Thank you very much, Brother Conroy. And here's where we bring an end to the program for today. But let me just remind you, tonight, 7:30 in Marico, Mount Pleasant, we have our village meeting with our candidate and next representative for the Marico area, Brother Philip Jackson. So you have to come on out and listen to him and all the other speakers who will be there, including our leader. Come on up and be a part of the action. Then on Friday evening, 7:30 as well, it will be in Chile. Brother Chieftain Neptune, the David who gonna take down the Goliath in this election. The meeting will be there in Chile, so you got to come on out, be a part of the meeting, be a part with the NDP team. And then the residents of South Central, Windward, and other Vincentians who are up in the BVI, you are asked to come to a meeting with Brother Senator Israel Bruce this evening, 7:30. It is right downstairs, the Harbor View Restaurant, which is located next to the Honorable Marlon Penn's office in East End, Tortola. So come on out to that meeting, be there with Brother Bruce, and listen out for the other meetings. Brother Conroy?
Yes, something that I missed for Brother Chieftain's meeting on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yes, Team Huggins and Central Leeward will be in the house. We are actually putting on 2 vans to be in solidarity with Brother Chieftain. So Curtains, Barley, a van will leave at 6, and Leyu, Bookament, a van will leave around the same time. You can contact both chairmen of the constituency division for information.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. And God bless. Let me thank all the callers who made a call and those who send messages. I didn't get to read all the messages, but next time, that will be. But that's where we hold the program for today. I wish you all the best. Stay out of trouble. Take care of yourself. Stay close to Jesus. And if it's the will of the Lord, the program will continue with Sister Margaret London tomorrow.
Memorial Funeral Home is dedicated to meeting the needs of our customers. We go above and beyond to ensure satisfaction and convenience. That is why we are extending our services to the diaspora. Working with Caribbean Funeral Home in New York, burial packages can now